Military leaders in Sudan admit its own officers killed 100 protesters Monday. Several officers are now arrested.
The situation is just tumbling out of control right now.
A transitional military council spokesman said the council decided to disperse the sit-in.
Once again, we regret what happened. There were some deviations in the military command's plans.
Now, more than 2 months after President Omar al-Bashir was removed, ending a 30-year rule, the clashes are only escalating after succession talks failed. Talks between the main opposition group and the military broke down nearly 2 weeks ago. The TMC is aligned with the former president. The opposition wants a civilian-led government.
We had a great deal of hope when Mr. Bashir was finally removed. And now all that hope has been replaced with violence.
Democratic Congressman Dan Kildee, who represents a Sudanese community in Michigan, is leading a bipartisan group to pass a resolution condemning the attacks on peaceful protesters and encourage a transition of power.
If Sudan wants to be a part of the community of nations, if it wants to have any sort of relationship with the United States, for example, they have to return to civilian-led transitional government and then hold democratic elections, allow the people of Sudan to express themselves freely without fear of persecution, violence, or death, allow the freedom of religion, allow for news media to cover directly what's taking place.
Right now, none of that is happening. The total death toll is unknown. Many of the murdered have been hidden out of sight, some reportedly thrown into the Nile River. The United States does not appear to be directly intervening, but the State Department has appointed Ambassador Donald Booth as special envoy to Sudan, and state officials have met with TMC leaders. Assistant Secretary for the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of African Affairs, Tibor Nagy, says he demanded civilian attacks end, the military withdraw from Khartoum, allow for an independent investigation of the June 3rd attack, and stop the repression of free speech and the internet. Nagy didn't say whether the TMC agreed to any of these requests, but did express support for the opposition's efforts to bring a civilian-led transitional government and create a better future for Sudan.